Welcome, I'm David.
I'm Lindsay,
And this is Desmond's Donders.
Hello, it's me again. I just wanted to have a quick chat about the increases in council tax. I know every council has increased it, some by a little and some by a lot. The Moray Council have increased it this year by 10%, so ours is going up by £21 a month. I got Craig to open the letters because we're obviously still away and I needed to know how much it was going up by. We're getting less and less for our money like everybody else is. They say they haven't got money for social services, they haven't got money for kids, blah 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 blah. Now, we knew the council tax was going up this year because the council actually pre-warned everybody. It's going up by 10% this year, 10% next year, and I think it's 15% the year after. In the same breath they said they were actually going to put the council tax up, they also gave themselves a £15,000 pay rise. Or at least that's what I read on the Moray Council website. I don't believe everything I read on social media. I definitely don't believe everything I hear or read on the BBC News. But there has to be a point where somebody has to stand up and say, you know, why are we paying this money, what are we paying it for? I mean, I understand it covers the police, it covers fire, it covers the firemen, it covers a lot of things, but all we see is the dustbin men once a fortnight. It's complicated the way they do it in Moray. We have 4 bins. The green one is our normal household waste. The brown one is garden waste, of which now I believe the permit to pay for that is now £52. I'm not paying that. It started off at 30 and it's now at 52. So I don't think we're going to be around very much during the time of cutting grass and whatnot, and if necessary I'll cut the grass, put it in black bags and take it to the landfill myself. So I'm not paying that, so that's now only going to be used for recyclable food waste, which is what the bins were meant for in the first place. We have a blue bin for cardboard and a purple bin for plastics, tin foil and tins, whatever, you know, cans and whatever. And we also have an orange box for bottles. So Moray Council's pretty high up in actually recycling stuff. But I have a horrible feeling that sometimes all this stuff goes to the landfill. But I don't know, I can't prove it. But we have a high school at the top of our street, and if it snows, the snowplough comes round and ploughs the road to the school. It doesn't plough the road to the old folks' sheltered housing, and it most certainly does not come down to us. Although it would take them 5 minutes, if that, to go down, round a roundabout and back up again. But we don't get that. So what's my council tax paying for? It's ridiculous. It just seems to be more money for less and less services. They keep saying they're closing the library at the school, they're closing local libraries, so the only main library now is going to be the one in Elgin. And how long is that going to be before they close that down too? So I don't understand, you know, why things have to close. I understand there isn't a lot of money and possibly people aren't making the use of the facilities that are there, but I'm sure there are some people who are, and it might be their only point of contact with another person that they have. We don't know, because obviously David and I are still away on our trip at the moment, and we're in I think we're in the Yorkshire Dales, or not quite, but close enough. But everything seems to be money orientated. We need, you know, we need to take this off you, that off you, and the next thing, and it's getting beyond a joke. Somebody has to make a stand and turn around and say, well, hang on a minute, are we increases to pay for your pay rise, or the pay rise being made up from somewhere else? I doubt it, I don't know. But I just feel that it's just all money grabbing. It doesn't matter which party's in charge, it's just grab money from the poor and give to the rich. Even the so-called Socialist Party seems to be more aimed towards helping their rich cronies than they are the people that they were supposed to be representing. But then I always said that Tony Blair was just Maggie Thatcher in drag, because everything that came out of his mouth had already been out of hers. So I don't know, that's just my opinion, and I just thought I'd share it. You don't have to like what I say, you don't have to agree with what I say. That is the whole point of freedom of speech, which is another matter entirely. But we're losing that slowly and surely. We are losing the rights to our own opinions. They want us all to be sheep. They want us all to be lemmings. When one of them jumps off the cliff, they want us all to follow them. I hate to tell you this, guys, I ain't no sheep and I ain't no lemon. Thanks for listening. Take care. I will see you again.
Lindsay has now had her say, and I can't argue with any of it. Corrupt politicians everywhere. However, this, we're dealing with the devil. It's a place known as the Devil's Quoits, and it's near Stanton Harcourt, which is close to Whitney. We were here to meet a friend who was in Kent, so we didn't get to see her. But maybe next time. This is quite a walk from the park up, and it's quite a muddy, awful walk. But there are little things to see, like this crystal, which is sat in one of the stones as an offering, can only presume. These stones have actually been replaced, and they're a conglomerate that is there, but it tells you all about the whys and wherefores, why these stones are there and not the originals. And there's a nice fishery, but I was using it to see the birds. And you've got quite a haul, both of normal woodland birds and them there birds on the water. Lindsay also took some interesting pictures during the night time in the evening. And then we'll hear her again as she takes us on a walk.
you just want to go down there? I'm not sure you can see these very well, but obviously you can get in the middle, I hope. Yep, you obviously can. Welcome to the Devil's Quays. Where's your dada? No, he's still walking along the top. Standing stones we knew nothing about, and these ones are just outside Whitney in Oxfordshire. Parked up not very far away from a landfill site, and it's a bit industrial, but it does for what we need it for. So here we go. Stones there are in total. But, oh, each down, good. Just take a walk around them. They're obviously not as big as the ones at Avebury, but they're here. And it looks like, I don't think it's Serge stone, I'm not sure what it is. And then industrial noises can't be helped. Like I said, that's where we're parked. Came here to catch up with an old friend who unfortunately is in Kent until Monday, so can't be helped. And we've waited 33 years, maybe 32, since the last time I saw her. I'm sure we can wait a little bit longer. Sorry Becky, next time. So I'll move you around slowly, but I'm honestly not sure what this camera's going to pick up, because I can't see because the sun's in my eyes. Alright, Papa. They are kind of huge. see what you are seeing, so I just have to hope for the best while we get back. Okay, I'm going to switch you off.
Thank you for watching Desmond's Donders. And remember, while in the countryside, indeed anywhere, take nothing but memories and leave nothing but tracks. Please subscribe and click that notification bell to receive notifications of all our videos.